everyone, I'm Kathy Dawson. Welcome to Can You Relate? Cleveland's relationship show. We have a jam-packed show for you today, soup to nuts. We're going to be talking about what happens when you have someone in your life who has Alzheimer's, and how do you relate to everyone in your life when that happens. We'll be talking about what if you have someone in your life who has an addiction. How do you relate to that person? And we're going to talk about a very important relationship you have with your body. So let's get started. You know, your relationship with your body is one of the most important relationships you have. Taking care of it is paramount. So we've got somebody here I'd like to introduce you to. Dr. Raj, Dr. Joyesh, would you pronounce it for me?
Joyesh Raj.
Thank you. Joyesh Raj with Raj Plastic Surgery. I'm really dying to talk to you about this because women are about bodies in many aspects. And it's not just about how we look, but how we feel about our body. So help me understand from your perspective how important that is.
Well, women relate with their bodies. I mean, women's emotions and bodies are so intimately related. And sometimes there's a disconnect in how people feel, and it's a function of how they look. So a lot of people look to alternatives to just make themselves look better and therefore feel better.
Right, and there isn't a woman out there listening who can't say, well, I look in the mirror and sometimes I see something that I just am not happy with.
Right.
So there are lots of messages out there about women's bodies and about the people they should go to. What's your perspective on how does somebody find someone who is really a good match for them?
Well, you know, and these days, plastic surgery is so commonplace. The media has made it such a hot topic. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about it on the internet, on the TV, the news, TV shows, you know, so everybody's hearing about it. The hard part is identifying what is real and what is important, and trying to find somebody that can help accomplish an individual's goals.
First of all, what if somebody isn't even sure of what they want, what their goal is? Do you help them kind of zero in on that?
Absolutely. I think the first step that people should consider is finding somebody who's very qualified to do the procedures. And you know, the thing is, there's so many different alternatives that are available. People can have less invasive procedures, you know, Botox, fillers, lasers.
Like gradation.
That's right. And then they can have more aggressive procedures, things like surgery. And nowadays, so many people are doing these procedures. It isn't limited to just surgeons, for example. There are a lot of folks, there are gynecologists who are doing liposuctions and Botox. There are, you know, emergency room physicians, dentists who are doing Botox and fillers.
Oh, okay, stop. Dentists are doing plastic surgery?
That's right.
That's not related to teeth?
That's correct. And that's where you have to be a very educating and discerning consumer.
Now, you brought a magazine. This is a great visual. Where do you see this?
Well, I mean, this magazine is a nice glossy magazine which shows a lot of people who are capable of performing cosmetic surgery. Mm-hmm. People who call themselves board certified cosmetic surgeons, and so the point is that a lot of these people may be qualified to do certain aspects of procedures, but they may be marketing and promoting themselves to be something other than that.
And so there are ads in this magazine of people saying that they are a dentist or a gynecologist, but that, look, I can do all these other things.
Right. I think, you know, there's an individual here who is an oral surgeon who is doing tummy tucks and breast augmentations in a nicely glorified and glossy picture, which, as the consumer, you may not be able to discern that and identify it. The things you want to look for are board certification, and specifically board certification in plastic surgery. Someone who's gone through rigorous training to learn how to do these procedures.
And I'm assuming that you are that person, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
A perfect analogy. I mean, if you're having a heart bypass surgery, you'd want a board-certified cardiac surgeon.
Yes, you
would. And not all boards are the same. And it's important to identify the real one.
You know, the other thing that comes to mind is if I have a surgery by someone who's not board certified, do they do it in the office? Do they do it in a hospital? I mean, where's this happening?
Right. A lot of people can perform procedures in their own office, and they're not regulated by national medical boards. And people who tend to operate in the hospitals have high, strict credentialing processes. So they're the ones that are going to be the ones that are credentialed to do the procedures properly.
Now, you're going to be coming back because we're going to talk about specific procedures down the line, but this was a great introduction into how to do your homework. That's the message here. So thank you so much for being on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me today.
And if people want to get a hold of you, they can call you at 440-808-8030, which is Raj Plastic Surgery, or go on your website at rajplasticsurgery.com. Stay tuned because we've got the roundup coming up next.
Up next, who's the boss in your home? Our Relationship Roundup has something to say about who should have the final say. And later in the show, those picture-perfect moments don't always give you perfect pictures. We'll offer help for capturing those big events.